everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing my top 10 baby names we are probably not using. So I'm going to start with boy names because when we started brainstorming names for Colton, we really had a hard time picking out girl names, which is why a lot of people thought we were having a girl, because some people say that you have an easier time picking the opposite sex. So we had a pretty long list of boy names, so I picked my favorite 5, and I'm gonna get right into those. So the first one, and these aren't really in any particular order of how much I like them, I just wrote them down. So the first one is Rhett, and I'm obviously gonna leave the spelling that we like down here so you guys can see how we spelled them. But Rhett is just kind of different. There's actually a girl name that you're gonna hear later that kind of sounds like it, and I kind of took it from that name, and so Rhett just sounded kind of different. I mean, there is a singer named Rhett, and there's a YouTuber named Rhett, and I don't know, it's just kind of different, and I don't really know any little kids that have that name, so I really liked it. Second one is Lincoln. This was probably my favorite name other than Colton. I loved Lincoln. It was a front runner for a while. We almost used it, and then we decided on Colton. I liked it for a few reasons. There's a show called The 100. We watched that. There was a character on there named Lincoln. There's a really prominent, I don't know, he's like a political figure here in Ontario. His name is Lincoln Alexander, or he actually passed away recently. But I've always loved his name. I did a project about him when I was a kid, and there's actually a road here in the city I live in named after him. So I just thought it was kind of a cool name for a kid from Hamilton. But it actually has become a pretty popular name, so I'm actually glad that we didn't choose that one. The next one is Austin, and this one actually was not one of my favorites. This was Kenny's like hands down favorite. This is the name he wanted, and I really did not want it. I know a few Austins. Austin is a pretty popular boy's name around here, so it was just really not a name that I wanted. I don't hate the name, I just wanted a more unique name, and Austin just wasn't fitting that for me. The next one is Logan, and this was really high on our list as well. I love the name, mostly because of Wolverine, honestly. I love Wolverine, that's my favorite superhero. And so his name is Logan, if you didn't know that. So I absolutely love the name Logan. But I know someone who named their son Logan recently. I just couldn't name my kid like a name of someone's kid that I know. I guess that's how you explain it. I just couldn't do it. So we did not use Logan. And our 5th and final boy's name is Walker. And this was like a love-hate thing with a lot of our friends and family. Some people loved it, and they were like, oh, that's like the best one, I love that one, as soon as we were telling people. And then there were the people who absolutely hated it. Like my sister, hi Kim. My sister, when she found out that Walker was on our list of names, she literally sent me a picture of like an old person Walker and said, this is what your baby looks like. And so that didn't really faze me because she's a brat like that. But I love the name Walker, and that was pretty high on our list too. Alright, so for our girls' names, like I said, we had a harder time picking girls' names. This honestly was really just a list of names that we liked. I just started writing down names that I would hear that I liked, and then I would say them to Kenny, and pretty much all of them he did not like. We never actually decided on a girl name before we found out that Colton was a boy, so we just stopped with the girl names. But yeah, we never actually decided on a girl name before we found out he was a boy. We just gave up. So the first one, and my favorite, is Rae-Lynn, and I'm gonna leave the spellings. I didn't make up this name. I'm sure there are people named Rae-Lynn. I believe there's actually a female country singer named Rae-Lynn. But I absolutely love this name, and I actually took it a little bit from a show that Kenny watches. I do not remember what it's called. Justified. And the guy's name is Rae-Lynn, and so I turned it into a girl named Rae-Lynn because my mom's middle name is Lynn, and I wanted to use Lynn as the middle name, and so I thought it'd be cool as more of a hyphenated name, so Rae-Lynn. The next one is Lily, and this is still one of my favorite names. I would really probably like to use this for a girl if I ever decided to have another kid. I had an aunt named Lily. I never got the chance to meet her. She lived in Scotland. She was my grandmother's sister, and I just think it's a beautiful name. I think lilies are really pretty flowers. My favorite flower is the tiger lily, and I just love the name Lily. The next one is something kind of different. It's actually Barrett, and I guess it could be more of a boy's name, but I like boy names for girls sometimes. And so Barrett is really different, and I met a girl once named Barrett. She works for the same company that I work for, and I thought it was such a cool name. And it's also a member of a former member of Pink Floyd's named Syd Barrett, and Pink Floyd used to be my favorite band when I was a kid. Pink Floyd was my favorite band, and so I don't know, I just always thought Barrett was a really cool name for a girl. So the next name is Ruby, and I know Kenny hated this one. We definitely would not have used it, but I just think it's a really cute name, so I thought I would put it in here. My birthstone is Ruby. I was born in July, and the baby's, before we knew it was Colton, the baby's original birth date was going to be in July, so I thought that it'd be cool if the baby's name was Ruby like their birthstone, so I thought that was a cute name. But again, Kenny did not like Ruby. And then the last name on the list is Berkeley. And I like this for a few reasons. I think it's a really cute name. I think it's kind of boyish, which like I said, I like boy names for girls. It reminds me of the OC, which is my favorite show. And if you've ever watched the OC, Ryan, one of the main characters, goes to Berkeley, like UC Berkeley, and I don't know, I always like put those two and two together, and I always like the name Berkeley because of that. And there's also a YouTuber, which I found out kind of later, there's a YouTuber, Kristen Casper, her daughter's name is Berkeley, so I thought that was really cute. But yeah, I've always loved the name Berkeley for a girl, because I love boy names for girls. So yeah, those are my top 10 baby names that I probably won't be using. I would love for you guys to leave your top maybe boy and girl name down below so I can see what your kind of favorite names are, or let me know what your kiddos' names are and what names you chose, or if any of these names are names that you like, or maybe you don't like them. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't, there's a little bell that you can hit and you'll get notifications every time I upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!